Great Disney Debate Part 2. If you have not watched Part 1, of course, after watching this, go check that one out. We did some great debating. What was it? The Phantasmic, Splash Mountain, and what was it?
River Rapids Ride.
Oh, the River Rapids Ride. Thank you, Dave. So go check that one out right after you watch this one, of course. But let me welcome back our fellow debaters. First, we have the co-hosts. Well, I have the co-host of Vacationeers, Theme Parks and More, my son, Ian. Welcome back.
Hello. Hello, yes.
Oh, yes, hello indeed. And now, you may know them from their YouTube channel, Adventures by D. Welcome back, Chris and Dave. Thank you for being back on.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Ian.
Tom and Ian, thanks for having us on.
We're ready for part 2. We're ready to battle it out.
And let me just say thank you. Recently, you guys had Joanna and I on your live stream where we talked a little bit at Disney. It was a great time. In fact, we did 2 attractions on your live stream. So you should go check that out on Adventures by D. What was that? That was the
Thursday,
shooter.
A couple days ago.
Yes. And we did what 2 attractions?
13th.
We did the shooters, the Buzz Lightyear. And we did, what was the other one? Oh, man. How can I forget? We just did them.
Buzz Lightyear. And what's the other one?
The Autopia.
Yes. Yeah.
The driving.
Oh, wow.
Battle.
Quite the debate. I'm assuming
You're
you
sad
have not
missed
seen
it, right, Ian?
Yeah, Ian. I can tell you're sad.
Oh, don't worry.
I really wanted to debate Autotopia.
Joanna really took it. It really went strong. Not having ridden any Disneyland rides, but that's quite all right. So yeah, this is part 2, and this is where we're pitting Disneyland versus Disney World. So we're taking in this episode, in every episode moving forward. I think we're too ambitious the first time. We took 3 attractions because I kind of thought 3 attractions would take a half hour or so, and it took a lot longer. So I think we can cut this down, do 2 attractions, and get a nice little lunch break episode where you can watch it and not have to spend a whole hour watching it. So we're gonna try that. This episode we are discussing 2 attractions that are at both Disneyland and Disney World. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and the e-ticket for this one is Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean. How do you guys say it? Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
We say Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Or whatever Chris says, I like to say the opposite.
We have discussions about it. Madison always says it's Caribbean. It's not Caribbean for this ride. It's not Caribbean, it's Caribbean.
Okay. So if
I don't know, I think I've always called it Caribbean.
Do you stay at Caribbean Beach or Caribbean Beach Resort?
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
I say Caribbean.
Oh, that's weird. So the ride
Right?
you say Caribbean, but it's Caribbean Beach for the resort. What if you sell to the Caribbean or No, it has to be Caribbean, right? You don't sell to the Caribbean. Like you don't sell to the Caribbean islands.
I think it's the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yes, Caribbean.
Yeah.
I think the right answer is Caribbean.
Ride for me is Caribbean.
Well, the movie is
know.
Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Maybe it's the Floridian in me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, though. I think the movies are called Pirates of the Caribbean. If it's ever not.
Or are they?
Is it? I don't know. That's weird. That's another episode, I guess.
Yes.
So how this works is we each pick. We take turns picking the attraction and the side we want. Then the other team has to argue the other side, regardless of how they actually feel about it. They still have to put forth the effort to try to argue the other side. We will not tell you which sides we chose and which sides we got stuck with for this episode. So you have to try to determine which is which. I guess you should subscribe to both our channel, Vacationeers Podcast, as well as the Adventures by D podcast for future episodes, because they could appear on either or both. I don't know. No one knows. We'll have to wait and see. Do you guys have anything else you want to add before we get into the great Disney debate?
Make sure you comment like what your thoughts are about these rides, or if you have suggestions for other rides for us to do. So we have some thoughts on some future ones, but let us know.
Yeah, put down in the comments. There are plenty more rides we can compare, and we will. If you have something you want to see in Volume 3, put it down there.
And Tom has a plethora of POVs, so we're using most of his footage. So he has recorded so many rides over the years. It's unbelievable, his library. And we're very thankful for that, so we can do this series.
Well, there are some I don't have, so.
We're digging into the Vacationeers Disney vault.
Yes.
I guess we got to go back down, Ian, and get some more footage for this. Like, I don't think I have. Well, not that there's a people mover comparison in Disneyland, but I mean, I think I have some. I don't think I have a complete ride through though. I don't know.
We have one that's off the left and right side at the same time in the video.
Really?
Filming off both sides.
Is that on your channel right now?
Yeah.
It is on our channel right now.
Is that a newer one?
Well, it came out last year. It's from last year, but it was
I'll
from
have to,
2019. that we filmed it.
Pre-pandemic.
Yeah, but like
Okay.
I think I filmed off one side and Madison did the other. So
I know
it's kind of
you-
neat because you see a point in time from Tron and that sort of stuff too going on.
I know you did. Oh, we got a third vacationeer on board. I know you
All
guys
right.
did a you did that for like a dark ride, right? When I think
We
Frozen.
did it with Pirates.
We did it with
Pirates. Okay, yep. Yeah, I remember watching that one. Yep. Okay. Well, there you go. I think that's all I have before we get into this great debate. So let's begin. What do you say?
I'm
Alrighty.
ready. Game on.
Game on. All right. Now, I have some general stats. Now, I don't know if everybody knows this because I did not know this, but this is based upon the 1977 film of the same name. I had no idea this is based on an animated movie, but apparently...
We're on Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is a movie from 1977 that this is based upon. I like that. So here's the differences between each park. So Walt Disney World, it is in Fantasyland at the Magic Kingdom. Opening date was June 4th, 1999. It replaced Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. During the Fantasyland expansion, it created a new queue resembling the 100-acre wood called Pooh's Interactive Queue. It incorporates a playground with children's games, allowing some members of the party to play while others hold space in line. So yes, now obviously with COVID, that has been closed off, so that's no longer active, but it will be back soon, I am sure. The Disneyland version, this is located at Critter Country at Disneyland Park. Opening date was April 11th, 2003. And this replaced, sadly, Country Bear Jamboree. Wah, wah, wah. That's okay. So that's all I have as far as details. So I guess the question here is, do you guys want to go first or second on this one?
We'll go first.
Okay. All right. Well, take it away.
Go for it.
All right.
Oh, so you guys have a Disney World, by
Dave's
the way.
getting his notes.
Right. So our favorite, our side we're going to argue for is the Disney World Winnie the Pooh ride.
Yes. Yep.
Which
that's
we've
correct.
ridden many
Many
times.
times.
We are pros at this ride.
Excellent.
So first of all, one of the big advantages now at Disney World is the interactive queue. Granted, it's not always been there, but just like you said, since they expanded Fantasyland and we got double Dumbos in Florida, they also gave us a few other things such as the interactive queue.
Yeah.
So it gives you something to do while you're in the queue. That's fun. The other thing they added that I don't know that's been widely publicized is there's actually a character meet and greet at the end of the queue. So you could actually have two of your party, one of your party hold your line, and then somebody could do a character meet and greet while you're already a captive audience there waiting to ride Pooh.
I would say in Fantasyland, the number one character you're going to see roaming is Pooh or Tigger almost every time you go. Sometimes coming or going from that ride, they are coming and going. So it's almost a guaranteed character meet and greet with that ride. So I think it's pretty cool that they did that.
Why go to Crystal Palace and wait in line and pay money for a meal when you're already going to be in the queue? Why not meet them for free there?
Yes.
That's a good point.
Super cute.
Yeah. I think also in the Florida sun, there's a lot of AC in that ride. Let's be honest. That's a nice ride to cool off in.
And it's a covered queue, so you're not
Yeah.
standing out in the sun. So even though most of it's outside, you do go inside for some of it. It is covered and there's fans, so that's nice. You definitely appreciate that with Florida. And it did replace Mr. Toad's Wild Ride in Florida. So there is a homage to Mr. Toad when you're entering the ride. And I remember doing Mr. Toad's Wild Ride in that same location. So they repurposed it for Pooh. And it's a classic. I think most families love to do it. Like with Peter Pan, it's one of the must rides for young kids, I would say. What else would you say about it?
I wouldn't say that's a lot of the points. To me, the queue and the meet and greet are big advantages over Disneyland's version. I want to say the ride itself inside is not too different between the two parks, but I could be proved wrong.
Okay.
And we will rest our case there, Tom.
Yes,
and let
we
you-
rest our case.
All right, you rest your case. Okay, all right.
Serving the ball back over the net to you for,
Okay,
Disneyland.
well, here's why Disneyland is better. The Magic Kingdom, the Hong Kong, and the Shanghai Disneyland versions are all comparable to one another. Pretty much the same ride. Whereas the Disneyland is unique. It's different. Now, granted, it's unique because they kind of mix up the movie scenes and the scenes are in different orders, but still, it's unique upon, you can ride the Disney World one and still go to Disneyland and enjoy the Disneyland one, where you ride the Disney World one, you go to Hong Kong, it's basically the same thing, right? So why bother? So at least the Disneyland, it stands out among the other parks. And now you may think this is a downside, but I see this as a plus. But of the 4 parks this ride is in, the Disneyland version is the least popular, hence shorter lines. So you don't need an interactive queue at the Disneyland one because no one goes to it. You can just walk right on. And it's beautiful,
You're
too.
arguing for a ride where nobody goes.
Yes. You can still go on it with not waiting.
We're reaching already early in the argument.
That's not reaching. That's a positive. I mean, if there's a ride that I love that other people hate, that's wonderful.
It's like
right?
Intimidator, yeah.
No, Intimidator. Let's not go there. But and the queue's outside. Like it's open air. It's fresh. It's California. It's breezy. It's beautiful. Oh my Lord, it's wonderful. You're not in some housing thing where especially in this day and age with all the germs and viruses. Open air. Always a plus. Always a plus. What else we got here? Oh, also, like I said, it did replace the Country Bear Jamboree, but there is a tribute above the archway. So the trophy heads of Max the Buck, Buff the Buffalo, and Melvin the Moose, audio animatronics from Country Bear Jamboree, can be spotted if you look up and backwards while leaving the Hump-a-Lump Woozle room. So that's much better of a dedication than, you get the whole big heads hanging there. That's cool. Yeah, that's really nice.
Wait, so you're saying as you leave the room, you have to turn around in your little
Exactly.
food car,
So you don't have to. It doesn't take you out. Oh, and it's not a honey pot for Disneyland.
Beehives.
It's a beehive, which is cooler, right? I don't want to be in a honey pot. A beehive, it's more dangerous, cutting edge. That's pretty cool. I like that. Ian's dying. Speaking of COVID, I don't know what is going on here.
I'm dying, sorry.
Yeah, jeez. What do you have, Ian, before you pass out? Why is the Disneyland version better?
Beehive.
A beehive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
Right.
Is that our side or their side?
That's us. We're beehives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beehives
ours
are cool.
beehive, that's cool.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said. Yeah. Honey
It's
pot.
outdoor.
Now,
Outdoor, yep.
Dave did some research.
Oh.
And do you know
no.
the Pooh ride in Disneyland was going to be a heck of a lot better than what it is?
Yes,
but instead, Disneyland got the inferior choice of a ride. Do you want to talk about what you read?
Yeah, what I read was
Great.
it was going to be more like the teapots back in Toontown, and then Roger Rabbit came out and took off, and they decided to put Roger Rabbit's dark ride back there, which I like too.
You said it was going to spin, right? The beehive was going to spin inside the ride.
Yeah.
So you could have had it be somewhat interactive as you're watching.
Dave, you're
instead they
hate
don't ride the
researching now? That's not cool, man. You should research
Do
for
what?
your hate researching. Like, you ever play board
I'd
games
like
where
to
you
be
hate
well
draft?
informed from both sides of the argument.
You're like a politician.
So imagine,
you're looking up history
but imagine if
against us.
Pooh was back there in Toontown. That's kind of interesting, right? I mean, putting Roger Rabbit back there gives it a whole different feel, and it's really cute back there. But it would definitely, it's interesting to think that Pooh could have been back there, and I wonder if they would have themed that whole area a little bit differently than what it is. But
I'm not down
it
with
was
the
interesting
spinning.
to hear that.
Yeah, I don't want to spin, and I like it where it's at because it's out in the middle of nowhere, right? It's just critter country. There's nothing out there. It's by itself, which is they did that on purpose because they were
It's near
afraid.
Splash Mountain and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but like they were afraid to put it back there to begin with, or where were they? They were thinking about putting it where Fantasyland or something, and they were like, it's going to be too busy and it's too chaotic. We need to put it somewhere out where it can have room to breathe, and that's where they put it there. And it's wonderful. Absolutely. Look at this. I mean, how cool is that? These doors are opening, unlike the book thing that you got going on. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I like it. It's much more I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pooh. I mean, what are you gonna do? Look at that. Oh, cool. Well, yeah, this scene
And
is
it
really
has
cool.
the cool glow colors and some weirdo ride you get into in a weird room where stuff goes psychedelic.
Yeah, they're the
So,
whistles.
what's there
and the
not to like?
balls. See, look. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
It's interesting having them side by side as you do, Tom, looking at both how they are similar but different.
Yeah, see this
the
rain scene
colors and
in Disney World. This rain scene is near the end of the attraction because that's the order of the movie. Whereas in Disneyland, because the whole thing it's all topsy turvy. Disneyland, it's even more topsy turvy because everything's out of order. It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's cutting edge.
I'm going to say it's a little bit more family friendly than that. Just go on the ledge.
Let's see. Do we have anything else to argue? He started outside, which is nice. It's always nice, and it's in California. I mean, it's nicer weather. Can we use that? Can we use the location? I think you
for
guys
the most part.
did,
although we've been to Disneyland when it's been 119 degrees.
I know.
Yeah.
You made that case.
At times it can get hot out there.
The one time you made that case last time. Oh, here it is. Here's the Wuto room. Unfortunately, I did not in this camera view go back to look at the heads, so you will not see it in these POVs. However, they do exist. So if you're in Disneyland, turn around at the end of this room and you will see the 3 heads. Now, they're not the auto animatronic versions. They're the stationary versions, the static ones, but still, they don't move anyway. So why would you care if they're auto animatronic? Like right now, turn around. Yeah. Anyway.
Now, if Joanna was on here, Disneyland would get a definite strike for replacing Country Bear, because that's her favorite. So at Disney World.
Yeah. I would say net loss. I would like to have, Mr. Toad. I mean, I don't know. See, there's this rain scene in the other one now, Disney World, where that was early on in the other one. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. Toad, I don't know. That's tough. I like Mr. Toad. I don't know. That's tough. Tough call. Which one you'd like to see gone. But there you go.
You can see Mr. Toad in the Pet Cemetery at the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
So he's still around in Disney World.
All right. Well, I think we pooed that to death. So there you go. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. We will be voting at the end of this episode to see which attraction actually is better. So stay tuned for that. And obviously, as always, down below, put in the comments what you think is better and your reasoning for that. You need to justify why you think the Disneyland or the Disney World version is the better one of the two. Okay. You guys ready for the main event?
Oh, yeah.
We are ready for the main event.
Absolutely.
Pirates of the Caribbean? Whatever it is, let's do it. All right. First, I got some general stats. Designer, WED Enterprises, or WED Enterprises as they're called. Now, of course, you know them as Walt Disney Imagineering. Did you know WED actually stands for Walter Elias Disney? So it's named after Walt Disney. How about that? Also, the original installation at Disneyland was manufactured by Aero Development, and Aero consulted on the next 2 installations. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. It says there's 50. Now, this is across all versions of Pirates, which I don't know how true this is, but it says there's 50 boats. So I guess, obviously throughout the years, some could have gone down and, broken and not replaced. I don't know. Riders per vehicle, it says 23 to 24. The duration, so Disneyland is 15 minutes and 30 seconds, where Magic Kingdom is 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Number of drops, Disneyland has 2, Magic Kingdom has 1. Audio animatronics, 119. Now, this is interesting. So that's a stat, I guess, across all parks. However, I have a more detailed breakdown where it says there are 630,000 gallons of water, 53 audio animatronic animals and birds, and 75 audio animatronic pirates and villagers in the ride. Now, if you do that math, that's 128, and that's not 119. So yeah, I don't know which one of these are true, but it's somewhere around there that well, anyway, there's a lot of audio animatronics. And based on its success, Disney incorporated characters from the 2003 Pirates of the Caribbean film based on the attraction. Let's see. And that was done in 2006. So in 2006, they added Jack Sparrow and, all the other characters that come with it. So Disneyland specifics. It is New Orleans Square at Disneyland Park, and it opened March 18th in 1967. And Walt Disney World specifics, it's in Adventureland at Magic Kingdom, opening date December 15th, 1973. All right. Oh, wow. That's cheating.
Arr,
That's
I'm
cheating. Arr. You're cheating. Oh, man, I don't have many notes as to why ours is better. I hope you have something, Ian. I guess we'll start. Why? So we have Disney World, obviously. And Ian, I guess I'll let you start because this is when we both share the same feeling. So go right ahead with why you think Disney World version is better.
The extra length that Disneyland has on Disney World is just you floating around a cave for way too long. Like it's not enjoyable. I don't want to ride that ride over and over again whenever it's just I'm sitting there for so long looking at nothing.
Yeah. Like you're watching people eat. Like, oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Can we get to the Pirates show or do I have to watch these people eat all day? Yeah, give me a break. Yeah. As the second drop, I don't care about the drop. Just like Splash Mountain in the episode before, this is a dark ride that happens to be on a boat. I could care less about the water. I don't want to get wet. I don't need the drops. So you can have your extra drop. You can have your 12 minutes beforehand of watching people eat and just sitting around doing nothing before the action actually starts. Disney World, you get in that boat and bam, you're in a battle scene and you're going and you're done. Yeah, I don't have to play around. I don't want extra time. I don't need like if they had a like in the queue, if they had all this pre-show stuff that really didn't matter and stuff, I don't need any of that. Just get me to the ride, get me to the cool stuff. That's what I want for this ride. I don't need the fluff. And it's just all happenstance. Like, get rid of it. I want the pirate scenes. I don't want to be sitting and just doing nothing. That's ridiculous. And the facade at Disney World is so much superior than Disneyland. Disneyland, I don't even know what that is. It's like, I don't know. It's like you're going to a subway or something. It's just weird. It's like there's no in a Disney World. Oh, you got all this architecture, and it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Disney World version, where of course. Yeah, Disneyland. Like I said, it's very strange. But yeah, I know your big argument about the length. You can have it. I don't want it. It's dead time. It's like going to the movies and sitting through the coming attractions for a half hour before the movie starts. You can take that out. I don't need it. I don't want it. Get rid of it. Just get me to my the main feature. That's what I say. Ian, you got anything else?
I also think that since Jesus.
Okay.
My bad. Sorry. I also think that with Disneyland, there's like the restaurant that's a part of the attraction, which that's cool and all. But I think that Disney World still does that even better, where they have it in Mexico.
True.
So I think that doesn't even that's not even that impressive for Disneyland because Disney World has that, but better as well.
Yeah, because in Mexico you got that pyramid in the back.
Yeah,
and it's scenic. Disneyland.
You gotta watch some boats go past you.
Some boats go by. Watch people board. Like, where's the pirates, Mommy? That's all you hear in the little cars. Like, Mommy, where's the pirates? Like, don't worry, 10 more minutes, we'll get to them. Yeah, no, forget about it. Yeah, I guess that's it. But but they're very comparable to one another as far as the scenes go and everything else. It's just you get to the action quicker at the Disney World one, so
just superior.
That makes it better.
I'm sorry. Have we ridden the same ride? Comparable. We're talking one's 8 minutes, one's 16.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got a lot.
What are you guys talking about?
Double the sitting there.
Not like a minute. Like
You got-
double the
You
length.
start and you get to
got a
go.
lot
You
of
like
fluff.
float to me in the bayou. I don't even consider it the Caribbean because it's kind of like there's a shack and there's crickets and fireflies. I feel like it's Princess and the Bride happening in the
It's
beginning.
the
setting the
ambiance.
scene.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Ambiance. No, there's
And then you get
a
to
half
eat there at the
hour
Blue
of-
Bayou.
There's like 2 words, Monte Cristo.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Come on. A fried sandwich you dip in jelly
I keep
while you watch boats go by?
I keep dreaming when I float by, somebody's going to throw a half of Monte Cristo to me from the deck, but hasn't
Wow.
happened yet.
Wow.
But that alone is awesome. And then you do have extra scenes at the end of the ride. You have the pirate on the
Scenes.
cannon
That's-
floating through the powder cage.
Yeah, that's boring.
It's not just empty ride.
That's boring.
I mean, the other thing is Walt actually worked on this version of the ride. And by the way, Disney World was never going to have a pirates until people started asking. They opened the doors and said, "Where are your pirates?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, we weren't going to build one because Florida already had a bunch of
go
pirates
to
stuff."
Tampa if you want pirates.
But I mean, Walt worked on the ride, although he wasn't. I don't think he was alive.
No, he
still
died 3 months before it
opened,
actually opened, I believe.
Yeah,
So,
but
that's sad.
definitely just it's part of New Orleans Square there with the Haunted Mansion. It's in a, to me, that's like the all-time theme park expansion you can never beat.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
Haunted
mean.
Mansion
It's out of
and
place.
Pirates.
New Orleans Square? What? Adventureland. That's where it belongs. You're in an adventure.
Yeah,
It's
I
Pirates
don't.
of the Caribbean.
Oh my.
It's not Pirates of
How about
Louisiana.
Johnny Depp for real in the Disneyland version surprising guests a few years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
That was awesome.
And now he's disgraced and he's no longer allowed to be Jack Sparrow. So you're not going to see that anymore.
Well, he still have to take him out of every single room at both parks.
I think Dave and I would agree that we wish Johnny Depp, his character, was only in maybe one scene. That when Disney redid the ride at both parks, he's in there too much, in my opinion. I would have been okay with one and not have the rest be so much around him and almost every scene popping out of a barrel and at the end with the gold in Disney World. But because Disneyland one keeps going, it doesn't end with that. So
you all don't like the extra drop in the dark in the boat? I mean, come on.
Again,
That's exciting.
there's many more exciting attractions you can go on for drops and such. So yeah, this
Plus,
is a dark
Tom, I know
ride.
you don't like to get wet, so you don't really get wet on this ride, even though it's a boat ride. So.
Yeah, no, unless you put your hands in, you get your fingers cut off.
what a classic, though. What a classic attraction. I don't know if you can go wrong with either.
For
and
sure.
then there's really a third park that probably has the best.
Yeah.
That's not one of these two.
That's Shanghai.
Yeah, we had friends that went and they
I heard
raved
that's
so much
incredible.
about that park and the Pirates ride on it.
Yeah.
So it's a bucket list item, I think, to see it.
Yeah.
But one of our favorites, one of the must do. If I go to Disney World and I don't ride Pirates, I am heartbroken. So it's definitely one of my must do's.
And I think location wise, Disney World is much better and easier to get to. I think we're at Disney, like the first day we're at Disneyland, we didn't ride it. I think it was day 2 before we even rode it because it's just nestled. Like we walk by without even knowing it exists. Where Disney World, you go make a left and there it is. You can't miss it. They got the Pirate League off to the right where they're doing things. They even have the supplemental. What was that Pirates thing where you can go around and they have like those scenes?
The
you guys ever
Pirate
do that?
Voyage thing. Yeah, the kids did that.
That's really cool. Yeah, and if you do them all, you get a fast pass.
You didn't have the priority to ride the ride the first day, I guess, huh?
Well, I mean, Disneyland has a crap ton of rides. And has a lot of rides that Disney World doesn't have. So yes, the rides that repeat, they were definitely less on the priority list than like new rides,
like Matterhorn.
Yeah, rides like that where they're completely brand new experiences. Like literally, Mr. Toad was a higher priority than Pirates because I never rode it. I wanted to ride it. I already rode a Pirates version. Now, granted, I did want to ride Pirates because I do know that everybody loves the Disneyland Pirates over the Disney World Pirates, and maybe that has something to do with the fact that when we were riding it, we're like, okay, well, I mean. Yeah, it is longer, but we're just sitting here doing nothing. So what's the big deal? Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the love. I don't. Yeah, if you do the whole Walt thing, he worked on it personally. Okay, I get that. But overall, for ride experience, I'd rather take the 8-minute ride over the 15-minute ride because the 15 minutes it's all fluff. Yes, you get that scene at the end where some guys are shooting. They're on gunpowder kegs. Nothing really happens. It's kind of it's just a static. They're moving up and down, and the end of the gun turns red when they shoot, but nothing. Like it's
fluff.
Yeah, this is like okay. This ride, like right here it is right here. This is the scene. We sat here for I don't know how long. I mean, I had to cut this like right there. I think that was the cut right there.
Yeah,
that's because people wouldn't get off the boats in front of you. That's not the ride's fault.
But I mean, the scene. I had an extended view of the scene, and it literally has a 3-second, that's it. I mean, there is nothing going on in this scene. Oh yeah, the gun turns red like when he shoots. Okay, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing.
Y'all need to have a Monte Cristo at the Blue Bayou.
We never eat in there. You're right. Yes, we.
And
have
apparently, you can have a beer in there too, or something when it reopens. So some alcohol in there. Certain alcohol, Hurricane, and something else. I don't know.
That'll be. we'll have to do that next time we're out in California. That'd be fantastic. But
So
yeah.
my favorite scene in Pirates is the pirates that hang over the bridge, and one of them has a hairy leg that kind of shakes back and forth with like real hairs coming off the leg. Ever since I'm a kid, I always look up. It's like the second bridge scene with the leg, and there's hair coming off the leg. It looks so real. What they did with those animatronics,
I like the
unbelievable.
pigs that are
I know
slipping.
that sounds crazy, but the level of detail on there is just
The pigs are nice, yes. And the
That's my
cats,
favorite.
Cats,
Yeah, my favorite's
poor
the pigs.
dog trying to get the guys out of jail.
Yeah, that's funny.
Then you got Johnny Depp popping out of a barrel looking around.
25 animatronics. of Johnny Depp.
Yeah. And that's what I guess that's what they said they ruined. Like before, the ride wasn't a story. You know, it wasn't like a linear story, where it was just scenes. Where putting Johnny Depp in it made it into a story that no longer now makes sense. Like they raid the thing, and now they're having auctions right after the raid, and the whole thing doesn't really. It's not cohesive like it used to be. Or I don't know. To me, I just like it's a very pretty ride, and it's a fun ride, and it's a thrilling ride that belongs in an Adventureland in a theme park, not in New Orleans Square.
And I like the red lady that they put in there and replaced the other thing. I think they did a great job updating that scene. So it's fun to see that scene walking in. You normally can almost see the whole scene as your boat goes by. You're either at the beginning or the end, but you kind of get to see the whole thing. So I enjoy that too. And we have a pop of red. You guys might have one to a Funko that they sell at the park of red.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of those.
It's fun. And actually, this particular ride at Disney World, we got wet. We've never, ever gotten wet ever in this scene right here where the cannons burst in the water. It actually got us. I've never gotten wet.
I feel like in the last couple of years, something changed, because if you get in the boats now at Disney World, there is water at the bottom of the boat, and this thing, it'll hit you sometimes. The splash, never when you get hit. And one of the drops too, you'll get a little wet that you didn't before at Disney World. I don't know what they changed something or.
Jeffrey Rush looks a bit meaner on the boat when you go through there now. Barbosa.
He's not on that. Oh, no, okay, yeah, no. The beginning now they've changed again. Now it's some video of something. I don't even know what it is anymore. But the mist thing that's gone. Yeah, they keep changing that.
Yeah, there used to be the mist, and it would show the
Who's the
skeleton,
Yeah, well,
and the tentacles. They had different things.
Yeah,
and
that
then
guy.
at the beginning of
Davy
Disney
Jones,
World
yeah.
with the crab and the stuff sitting out, that stuff's been changed. They removed stuff from that scene.
Yeah,
in the
mermaids, right?
beginning.
They had a mermaid bones that were removed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like the Haunted Mansion, where the Imagineers can't leave it alone. They always got to put their little touches into it. But all right, that's good. You guys have anything else you want to add before we do our voting?
No, that seemed like a clear victory for Adventures by D.
I know. Disneyland's the best for this, hands down.
We'll see. Okay.
Double the time, double the fun, and you can eat inside the ride. Like if you go to the restaurant. Come on.
No, if you can eat in the ride, that'd be something. I'll give you credit for
Yeah.
All right. We got Tom to acknowledge something. He begrudgingly gave us a point, a check mark for that one.
All right, let's start with Winnie the Pooh. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Disneyland will be 1 because it was the first park. 2 will be Disney World. Bless you. Oh, my Lord.
Sorry. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, let's see. What do I want to vote for here? Okay, I got mine.
1 is Disneyland?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys ready? We're going to go 1, 2, 3, go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 2. Okay. It's interesting. Dave, Ian, and I all go 2 for Disney World. And Chris alone is number 1, Disneyland. Chris, defend your decision.
So Madison and I rode Winnie the Pooh without the boys when we were in Disneyland several years ago, and it was a ton of fun. It was later at night. We didn't really wait, and it was such a surprise to have the outdoor pieces of Pooh. It was a longer Pooh, it felt like, than Disney World's. I don't know if the ride time is really significantly longer, but you have a part where you load on the outside, and then you have a part when you come back out on the outside, and I was really shocked by that. So I enjoyed it. We've ridden the Disney World one a ton of times. I think it's really cute. We always do it. But so I just voted for Disneyland for nostalgia.
All right.
Yeah, I like Disney World. I like the storybook. I like the fact that I guess after reading it, the storyline is more cohesive with the movie, even though I didn't know what it was. Yeah, and in general, it's better. I like the queue's better. It's a superior attraction overall. I mean, the Disneyland one, like you said, was kind of just thrown in there, and it's not appreciated at that park at all. And I I don't know, maybe because it's a little different than everything else, it's not as good. It's a fine attraction.
I wonder if it's harder for the little kids and the parents to get out to in Disneyland versus Disney World. I forget exactly where it is, but I want to say it's farther away from the main entrance than it is at Disney World. Not that
Yes.
either one's right next to the front gate, but
Yeah.
I want to say that one's more towards the back of that part.
Yeah, I believe so. I remember getting off Splash and going over to it and thinking, oh, this is kind of a weird placement of the
Kind of
slide.
tucked away in the back.
Yeah. It's not easily accessible. Like, I mean, Disney World, you walk right by it. I mean, it's there, man. You can't
We
miss it.
kind of, Madison and I stumbled across it. We're like, oh my gosh, it's there. Let's go ride it. Like we weren't expecting it to be where it was.
Yeah.
To me, it's almost a push between the two rides. I know I voted for Disney World, but to me, there's not a whole lot of difference. The main thing is we don't get out to Disneyland as wait anywhere near as amount of Disney World, but I do appreciate there's no wait for that ride out there, where at Disney World there's usually always a pretty good wait.
Yeah. But you have normally you have fast passes, so you can enjoy that. And like you said, Dave, there's that interactive queue for little kids. They can go play and do that stuff while you stay online. And you can get I didn't even realize that Pooh or Tigger or whomever is at the end of that for a photo opportunity. But that's cool too. Yeah. Yeah.
You'll notice now that you go, you're going to notice them coming and going. Those characters, they come and go a lot from that area.
I think I
feel like
remember
there's an
seeing
umbrella
that.
or an area for them to stand close to there, but they're always they're going in and out from an entrance there.
Yeah.
You'll see them. It's the character you always see in the Magic Kingdom.
Well, plus, if you have kids that are obsessed with Winnie the Pooh characters, you're going to drop a dime, as you all know, to eat in Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
So that's a bonus for a parent if there is a free photo op, assuming you have a photo pass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Well, there you go. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh Disney World version takes the victory. Not a unanimous one, mind you, 3-1, but a victory nonetheless. All right. Now let's do Pirates of the Caribbean. Of course, Disneyland is 1. Disney World is 2. 1, 2, 3, go. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh my, I cannot believe it. This is the greatest upset of all time. Disney World wins it 3-1. Ian, Chris, and I take Disney World, where Dave, alone he stands, but he's not alone because there are many people out in the world who also agree with him. He took Disneyland, but he's on his own. I guess defend your decision, Dave, because you are in the minority.
This is not, I don't know what you three are thinking about, but this is not even that close.
He's getting ready to get up and leave.
Like, I can't believe 3 of you voted for Disney World's version better. It's not like Disneyland. You're floating around on fluff air for 6 minutes. There's no way.
Disneyland's is awesome.
It
But you
is
know what
awesome.
you didn't bring up, Tom?
What's that?
Disney World has a really fantastic queue that you walk through that's air conditioned, and you kind of see little scenes and all that. So while you're waiting, you're not standing in the sun like in Disneyland.
Well, I do appreciate being out of the
That is
sun, but
true.
sometimes you're captured in there for over an hour. Like, it's fantastic the first 30 minutes. Another an hour, you just want to get on the boat.
I
I
don't
should have
know.
voted Disneyland, but
Yes,
since
you
I've
should
voted
have.
Disney World's a ton, I voted for it. But
Disney
I
World's
do,
better,
like,
yeah.
we have to do Disneyland's.
I don't remember
always. Like-
when you go into the queue at Disneyland. I know the outside you have those ramps, and that's a pain in the butt outside. But when you go inside, are there no scenes in there? I don't remember.
I don't.
When you get off the boat, you can see the parrots talking. So when you're in the small queue, I mean, inside, once you get inside at Disneyland, you're pretty much kind of getting on the ride. There's
Okay.
maybe one switchback, and then you're heading to the
Gotcha.
boat
Okay.
ramp.
All right.
But
Yeah.
the only thing you see from the ride is the same thing, the last thing the boat riders see, and that's the parrots squawking there.
You see the boats coming around the bend on the outside
Yes.
too, as they're kind of loading up to get out.
Tom, that's probably a negative for you, since I know you're not a big fan of the Tiki Room. There's parents talking, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's yeah. Not a big Tiki fan of him. Yeah. Wow. I honestly cannot believe the Disney World version of Pirates 1. That is absolutely amazing. Oh man, makes me happy. Yeah, we're actually telling the truth when we spoke about defending Disney World, because I 100% agree that the beginning of that ride is a lot of fluff. I mean, it's just not necessary for the ride itself. It doesn't push the story along in any way that I can tell. Disney World, you get in, has a cool queue. You get out, has an awesome facade on the outside. You got the whole Pirates League. I mean, the whole area in general feels like you're in it. Oh, you're in Adventureland, so you feel like you're in an adventure for the pirates. Where Disneyland, yeah, I don't know what that facade is reminiscent of. I mean, I guess New Orleans, right? I guess that's
Yeah.
And I don't know how that matches with pirates. It doesn't make much sense. So I don't know. Yeah, all I know is the three of us are in the mass minority when it comes to those two attractions. However, on this show, Disney World's version of Pirates wins. So we'll take it.
Please leave in the comments. Please check the other three people's sanity for me and let me know why you agree with me that Disneyland's Pirates is better.
I love in Disneyland that you do start out and it's very quiet and you hear little creatures in the night and it's dark and you kind of see the people off to the side eating, but nothing happens for that 3 minutes that you're floating very slowly. And it does set the ambiance, but I remember the first time we rode it, I was like,
yeah, let's go. Let's go.
What's about to happen? And then nothing did. You're expecting something.
Yeah. No, I was disappointed the first time I rode it. Like, well, yeah, it's longer, but there's nothing's going on. I mean, who cares? Yeah, it seems silly, but yeah. All right. Well, that is quite the upset. Wow. Good on us. Okay. Wow.
Dave can't believe it.
I know.
Dave.
You're about to have a bad evening, Chris. Dave's not going to talk to you the rest of the night.
We know who's making dinner now.
That's great. Oh man. All right. Well, I think that will bring this one to an end. That was a good time. I can't believe it. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll have more episodes coming out either on this channel or Adventures by D. You better be safe and, subscribe to both and ring the bell and whatever else you do to make that happen. Subscribe, ring the bell. I thought there was something else. There's 3 things.
Give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content.
Yes. Thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. Do all 3. Comment. Yeah, please comment. Our last video, I don't know if we have even a single comment, which is weird because
I hate thumbs down counts as interaction. If you don't agree with the pirates, give us a thumbs down.
Oh, well. Dave, what are you talking
Wait a minute.
Oh, man. Dave is bitter. Holy mackerel. A thumbs down. No, don't listen to Dave. He's crazy. He's red with anger. Oof. Wow. But I think that will wrap it up here. Yeah, we don't usually I don't have a closing for this, so I don't know. Ian, do you have anything you want to add in before we go? Of course, we all have social media. What do we have? Instagram, Adventures by D, Facebook, Twitter. Adventures by D is all their stuff, and ours is either Vacationeers Podcast or Vacationeers Theme Parks and More. I guess I can go back to the main screen now that we're done with the Pirates. Oh, we kept the Pirates going the whole time, even when we were voting. Ian, you have to be my backup here.
Oh, it's the e-ticket. Of course. It was the better of the 2 rides we covered.
That is true. Okay. But yeah, until the next episode then, you guys want to say anything before we go?
Sure. May the adventures be with you.
That's right. Thank you so much. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the Vacationeers Podcast YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you enjoy our content and ring the bell to receive notifications when new videos are released. Please like our Facebook page, Vacationeers Theme Parks and More, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Vacationeers Podcast. If you'd like to enjoy more of our content, listen to our podcast, Vacationeers Theme Parks and More. It can be found on most streaming platforms. And lastly, I would like to thank everyone who has either subscribed or follow us on social media. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and keep making memories.